All right, you guys, welcome into this all signs reading. This one's going to be for Mars and Scorpio messages. All right, for the collective, I'm going to read through the Mars and Scorpio energy and what it speaks of. All right, let me just find the card here. There's a sense of revenge in the energy. Mars and Scorpio, revenge. Let's see if I can find it. So, we are going to have a conjunction with Mars and the Moon in Scorpio this week. So this is what the card looks like. Okay. It says here, I'll hold it up so you guys can see it. A heroic figure holds an enemy's head. His nakedness shows vulnerability. The helmet and sword, his warrior rank. A winged figure brings a fiery torch in honor of the action. Above, there's two lovers, sun and the moon. They embrace. Okay. It says here, Mars is the old ruler of Scorpio, and those with this planet sign combination need to be faced with a real challenge to warrant putting their great energy into action. Once they believe a thing to be worthwhile, however, the amount of sheer energy they make available to achieve their aim is phenomenal. But there is a danger that the current passion of a Mars Scorpio personality can be used to bulldoze and overpower other people. The temper of people with this planet sign aspect will always be a little over the top. They never remain in the gray area in the middle when one of two extreme positions can be chosen. All or nothing are Mars Scorpio personalities. They strongly invest in their desires and emotional intensity in every action and make available a great deal of aggressive drive for joint ventures. Mars Scorpions have the power to transform or change almost impossible situations, and in fact may well do this several times during the course of their life. Devotedly loyal to those they choose to spend their life with, Mars Scorpio types are equally passionate in hating those who slight them in any way in case of they don't get, sorry, it says in a case of don't get mad but get even. All right, when this card is selected in the reading, extreme action is at least a possibility in the current situation. As long as one is able to use this potential in a controlled way, the outcome can be a positive one. This speaks of the events, a phenomenal achievement, extreme effort in order to overcome some kind of problem, getting even with someone, and or an over-the-top reaction to a perceived hurt. All right, so that's what we're stepping into in this reading. All right, we're going to start the collective right now. All right, let's see what comes out. I'm using Astro, I'm using Answer Oracle, and I'll pull whatever else I feel that is necessary. Let's see. Welcome in, you guys. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants to show us here. The Descendant. This could be about attracting relationships and or partnerships. So those that have Mars and Scorpio in their 7th house are going to be Sun, Moon, Rising, Taurus energies being called out. All right, so you could be attracting a relationship right now or a partnership in which you truly desire at this time, specifically for my Tauruses. All right, I see Mars's energy here, so there could be a sense of competition, taking action, or having a sense of willpower. All right, Mars in the 7th house technically is at its detriment. Okay, so let's be clear for those Sun, Moon, Rising Tauruses that have Mars in the house of the Descendant. There could be competition in between relationships or partnerships or who you're attracting. And then we also have South nodes. There's something in connection to a person from your past life. There could be an attraction towards a natural gift or having to deal with some sort of karmic challenges. I see the conjunction of Mars as well as the moon in Scorpio tapped in this weekend or upcoming this weekend. All right. There could be some sort of unity or synergy that's attracting these energies here. This would be like Mars wanting to take action and the moon tapping into the emotional state. All right, let's see what this is all about. Let's get into Answer Oracle. So what does the Spirit needs us to know? Let's see. In connection to these relationships. Be flexible. It says shift with grace. There's something about cheating or hiding or keeping something in concealment. All right, I would imagine you moving at the speed of light, which obviously Mars is about action. And then I see countryside here. There's something that you're trying to harvest in your energy. You could be trying to disappear or decline a specific situation that seems to be dying out as well. So if it's a South Node energy, that just means that it's karmic. All right, let's see. Show me the energy of the descendant here, with Mars being in that placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Taurus specifically. All right, the Moon, there could be like something that you're trying to hide again. King of Wands. Could be attracting passion specifically. There definitely could be like a third party involved here. There could be a sense of betrayal coming in. The Page of Cups. For others, I don't know if you're trying to express emotion to someone or apologize to someone. And speaking truth, Ace of Swords, bringing clarity to a situation in connection to whatever that third party is. There could be 3 people involved that you feel like you're in love with, or having a third party connection to something that you feel has to do with like career or however you're attaining your resources. Just understand that truth will come out. All right, so judgment is here. It's also ruled by Pluto, this energy. Pluto's in Aquarius. Obviously, Mars is currently right now in Scorpio. Both of those energies being fixed signs. There could be a lot of stubbornness or something that requires determination in your energy. Let's see. Heavy on the Cancer placements here as well. I'm seeing Cancer is another water sign now that Mars is in Scorpio. So these energies would actually trine. Scorpio's energy is all about secrets, mystery. It does involve passion, desire, and sex. But it also has to do with debt. Okay, so if it's financial debt, then this is something that you want to take action on. Could be a karmic challenge from your past, something that you were contracted to, or any type of debt that you have in connection to a specific partnership. Saturn in Leo. I'm seeing Mercury in Pisces and Mercury in Taurus. All right, so this could be affecting overall the 2nd house, the 5th house, and the 12th houses. This is definitely the inspiration of you trying to be a little bit more vulnerable, compassionate with others. Maybe you feel like it's your duty to do something out of generosity overall. And or there could be the resistance in connection to your resources or your values, so be careful. There could be a lot of discrimination right now in the energy as well regarding what you do for work. Okay, so this could be discrimination in the workplace because who you're romantically involved with, that Venus and Virgo energy. All right, if it involves communication, I'm seeing it where it's like something that you try to remain hidden. I would be careful with that because you're going to receive some sort of resistance on either end if there is a third party involved. All right, and Saturn and Leo, it would be like if you're trying to do a good cause here, try to be the more mature person is what I feel with Saturn's energy. All right, because there could be something that needs to be taught here to someone else. I don't know, I just heard a lesson, teaching a lesson to somebody. I don't know, this is very interesting. Let's move on. Let's get into the sign of Aries. All right. All right. What does Aries need to know during this transit? Mars is coming right back out, so that's your ruling planet. Aries, it's sitting right now in the house in which it rules, which is your 8th house. Okay. Uranus's energy is here, so there's some sort of change that could be taking place and where you are asserting yourself more so, involving 8th house energies, and you're coming out in your own spread. So it looks like you're moving fearlessly. Again, Mars is your ruling planet and it rules the house in which it's in. So I'm kind of feeling like your sex drive could be changing recently. All right. Virgo, it could be things that involve work where you remaining more efficient in Mars and Venus. That's your 6th and your 8th house. That's working at a sextile right now. So if you are overcoming difficulties, all right, deep emotional feelings, things that you feel need to come into order, especially if in regard to your day-to-day routine, your health. I don't know. I just wanted to say to you, like, strap it up if you're having sex. I see 11 on 11 on the clock for you guys. So there could be something that comes into alignment overall. Show me Mars and Scorpio for the sign of Aries. Maybe that's what I'm saying. You need to protect yourself, defend yourself in some sort of way here. There's going to be some sort of changes that are taking place. Maybe in the way that you communicate what you want sexually. I don't know. There's a deadline here that's coming in. You're getting like synchronistic signs about a brand new beginning. This could be with someone. All right. See what I'm saying? I was feeling like something needs to be taught here. Someone may need assistance or support, or you do. I'm going to pull a tea leaf on this. What are you defending and or protecting yourself from? Or what is the message here? Enemies could be working against you. Be careful. What are the synchronistic signs that you're seeing here in regards to some sort of deadline? Because obviously the 8th house has to do with transformation as well. There could be something ending so that you can have this brand new beginning. There could be some sort of transformation. Spirit's like warning you of a problem either right now or in the near future. You need to be fearless in experiencing some sort of change. You got some sort of news that's on the way in connection to someone that you have spiritual love with. All right. Let's see. Show me the enemies. How are they working against you and where you feel like you need to defend and or protect yourself? So Uranus being in your 3rd house is kind of giving me anything involving communication, transportation, your local community. This could be like siblings, neighbors, those that you socialize with. Ace of Cups and the 3 of Wands. That's your energy. Are you seeking love right now? There could be a brand new beginning in love, but you have enemies that are working against you. You need to defend and or protect yourself here. Maybe someone or some sort of communication is coming out in how you're dealing with some sort of debt. I see a King of Swords and a King of Cups. So again, it's giving me like Uranus in your 3rd house and Mars in your 8th house. Okay. There could be changes coming up in those specific areas, or you have mastered something there. The Kings are like top T, right, in the court cards. The 9 of Pentacles. It has a lot to do with your Venus Virgo placement, which again, I said that's part of discrimination happening in your 6th house, where you need to be a little bit more analytical and efficient here. That's interesting. Why is that? Maybe there has to do with like you being involved with someone in the workplace, sexually involved with someone in the workplace at this time, Aries. The Knight of Wands, yeah. 7 of Pentacles. Be careful where you're investing your time, your energy, your resources. All right, because you could be judged. You could miss out on some sort of opportunity here. There's something about the need to give someone or support someone with something financially. Queen of Cups. This will be someone you have emotions for. You actually, people know this about you, that you have emotions for someone here. When the sun steps into the sign of Scorpio, could be of significance. That's on October the 22nd. There's some sort of opportunity that comes in for you to have this brand new beginning. And that's going to be some sort of shocking communication that comes through that changes everything. You could be really nervous about this as well. Again, this is the reason why you're being asked to defend and or protect yourself. What does Aries need to know moving forward? I mean, I feel like you're in a fearless energy. You could be warning someone of an enemy working against them and how you're trying to come in and assist and support someone about a brand new beginning here, some sort of transformation that's happening in your life. Queen of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. It's a lot of people in your reading. There could be a lot of people involved in where you're trying to emotionally withdraw from a situation where you feel like you've experienced some sort of loss. Saturn and Pisces is currently right now in your 12th house. All right, so that means that you are feeling, I don't know, restricted or feeling like you need to be disciplined here. I see Saturn out here as well. You need to create some sort of boundary up with someone here and emotionally withdraw from this person if it is that you've been romantically involved or having some sort of passionate desire for someone and that being communicated. You got a lot of people in your reading. Oh my gosh. You could like have your own business. You could, you know, be seen as very desired by others because you're having some sort of win here. And it's like attracting a shitload of lovers. Okay. So be careful. Yeah, but you're looking for somebody to be committed to. I don't know if this is just marriage or if you want to like, you know, celebrate who it is that you have interest in, or that's the person you're trying to manifest. Yeah, it's someone that you desire and love. So the more that you be fearless and open yourself up, maybe it's that you need to review how to communicate to somebody and being fearless in doing so, because the deadline is here. It's like you're being warned about this. But you also need to defend and or protect yourself because you've got enemies working against you in connection to who you want to have a brand new beginning with. So take it whether it's involving someone in the workplace, romantically in love because Venus is in Virgo, and how you're trying to remain assertive in dealing with some sort of transformation that's happening in your life. But you need to be fearless with this. You've got Venus entering Libra, which is Venus in its domicile for your relationships coming up in October. So if you're seeking love right now, then you need to take action. That's what it's asking. All right. Maybe you feel like there is a sense of competition on who it is that you desire or who it is that you want. The more fearless that you are, the more that you, I would imagine, step into this energy of reflection. You need to confess something to someone. All right. There was something having to do with a person that you wanted to assist and support, or this is going to be someone assisting you and or supporting you in a transformation that's happening in your life. All right, let's move on. All right, so Taurus, I feel like the collective reading had a lot to do with your energy overall, and where Mars is currently right now in Scorpio in your 7th house. So let's see what comes out. Yeah, you got Libra energy. All right, so we have the sun in Libra, the moon is in Libra, Mercury is in Libra. So Mercury in Libra for you is in its domicile house, Taurus. And it has a lot to do with you bringing harmony and balance back into like your day-to-day routines, your health. Okay. The sun is currently like shining here, so you would know exactly what it is that you need to do in order to bring order into your life. It's how it like bring things back into balance. Sagittarian energy here for you. This could have a lot to do with like your work and your money right now, and where you need to be assertive in connection to a specific partnership or, you know, a contract or something. You more so feel adventurous or free in the way that you are attaining your finances. That's interesting. Or this could actually be how you're receiving income from someone else's finances. That's not your 2nd house. This is your 8th house, Sag in your 8th. All right, hold on a second. There could be harmony and balance coming in with, is this like inheritances or something? Cardinal placements for you. Something's being initiated and or sparked here because of the transits. There's movement and or change that's required right now. So if there's harmony in your workplace and there's the sense of being adventurous and how you're attaining resources from someone else's pockets, because 8th house has to do with that, like inheritances. Spirit is calling out your cardinal placements, which are going to be Aries in your 12th, Cancer in your 3rd, all right, Libra in your 6th, and then Capricorn in your 9th. What is the message here? What is the message for Taurus? Are in your mutable houses. So that means that whatever is being sparked right now, it's through communication, through your workplace. You might have like a spiritual connection with someone, or you feel that you need to be a little bit more vulnerable with others moving forward in love. But the person that's bringing harmony and balance back into your life, it could be someone that you work with, or someone that you seem to be like romantically involved with. You could be taking a risk here and starting up a business as well. Be careful that someone's not forcing you into some sort of contract or something that you don't want to be involved in. I'm seeing Mercury and Scorpio. So this would be like Scorpio placement for you once again. It's like a partnership. It's like this person wants you to sign some sort of contract. Be careful. This has something to do with what you're birthing new. Your Cancer placements is of significance. I don't know if you're trying to like start up a business involving something in regards to like doing something in the media. It feels a bit impulsive. Like you don't get a chance to even think about it. It's just like it's on go is what it feels like. Something feels like it's on go. This is weird. Let's see. You could be dealing with a dark-skinned woman. That spiritual love card is right back out here. So this is, again, someone you feel like you have a spiritual connection to. Someone has dark hair or dark complexion. Or you do, Taurus. This person could be a Sag or a Capricorn. Or December could be of significance. Meaning the 9th and or the 10th houses for you. All right, which are Capricorn and or an Aquarius could be of significance that you feel this with. Yeah, whoever this woman is, you know there's a new opportunity coming your way with that person. I don't know if you're having a baby. Venus in Cancer here speaks about birth. But again, this could be like about you starting a new business. Going to the extreme, someone trying to get you to sign some sort of contract and being in connection with them. Maybe you feel a little bit indecisive about this. Let's see. The Strength card. Your Leo placement is of significance, which is the 4th house. So that's a woman. All right. Maybe you're trying to like hold back. There you are with the Hierophant. Maybe you're holding back from marriage right now. Your focus is elsewhere. I see the 6 of Pentacles. This could be someone that you feel like you want reciprocation from, like an equal give and take from. This is your card, by the way. You got both of your cards out here. This is the Moon in Taurus, and the Hierophant is your energy. You're ruled by Venus overall. When Venus steps into Libra's energy by October the 13th, I'm seeing that Venus will be in the house of, or regarding someone that's going to help you with your health, or you being involved with someone in the workplace as well. So there could be someone that needs your assistance in regards to like, I don't know, maybe you want to gift somebody something or support somebody in some sort of way, but you're holding back because you're not sure if you want to be committed to this person. You do have spiritual love for this person. I would imagine it's someone that made you very happy. 10 of Cups. Justice. Yeah, that's what I feel. You're trying to like seek balance or harmony in this specific situation. It's going to be successful. The Chariot says yes. All right. There's someone that's putting you in alignment with like your 9th and 10th house placements. This would be like higher knowledge, somebody that teaches you something, gives you a sense of like leadership in your life, something like this. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling. It's like a sense of leadership. This person comes into your life. It's for a reason. But you're rejecting this person. It's like you don't want them, or you're not sure if you want to accept their love, or you're making this person feel rejected, or you think that they're rejecting you. Something like that. Communication, can't even speak. Communication is coming in from this person, or that's what you fear every time somebody communicates to you. It's like, do I have to like throw this person off, or am I, you know, wanting to call them in? Because this is someone you have a lot of love for. You need to bring harmony and balance into the situation. It's someone you have love for. You're trying to keep it a secret. Queen of Wands. You see what I'm saying? The passion that you have for this person, they have the same passion for you. That's the equal give and take. You don't want to accept it. One more card and I'm out of here. This could be about like you taking a risk with something or someone that you feel you have a connection to. All right, I'm seeing Saturn and Aries, which currently was in your 12th house, right? This could be like you feel like it's an illusion, where you're trying to keep something a secret, or this person exists without physical form, or that's just the way that you see it. The King of Cups. You need to learn how to express your emotions to this person, because that's exactly what they're desiring from you. All right, moving on. This could be a same-sex connection as well for those that are out there. All right, a woman with a dark woman. Okay, same-sex connection. All right. Let's get into Gemini. Gemini, you're being told to keep your boundaries up with something here. Something is, I feel like, speeding up, but it's changing. And something's going to come through in another way. It's saying something beyond your imagination is coming in. You may not like surprises. I'm going to be honest, because I see boundaries here. If something feels like it's speeding up for you and it feels like it's a surprise coming in, you don't like that. I don't feel that you like that at all. You don't like surprises, Gemini? Yeah, you're very detached from whatever this is. All right, something could have you like in and out of your subconscious and conscious states. The influence of a specific partnership or a relationship here. So I'm seeing like Mercury and Libra being called out for you. Gemini, that's your 5th house. So this could be like a love affair. I'm seeing Venus in Aquarius. This could be someone that you have a spiritual connection with. I'm seeing like you being an air sign, and 11th and the 7th house is coming out as well. Those are other air signs, but they fall in your 5th and your 9th houses specifically. Whoa. See what I'm saying? I feel like something about you is exciting. Something versatile is exciting, but you're like afraid of how it's going to come through in a different way. You got all air energy. Are you an empath? I see the moon in Pisces at the bottom of the deck. There's something changing in the placement of your direction for the near future, because Pisces is your 10th house, Gemini. Ain't that something? What's speeding up here for you? Spirit doesn't even want to speak to me about the Mars and Scorpio placement. For you, that's your 6th house? Yeah. Says don't be tempted to lower your standards, Gemini. Paying attention to your finances could be of significance right now. So we have Jupiter that's in Cancer in the house of your finances. You got a major challenge to overcome, it says. Strong emotion, passionate love, and or hate. Ooh. Okay. So are you detaching yourself from some sort of influence of a lover because of some sort of spiritual value? There's something within yourself that you find exciting. Something's coming through in another way. So you either have to keep a boundary up, or something is speeding up for you like rapidly. And it could be the way that something is being communicated. I see all of the air signs out here. The moon. Listen to your intuition. There's something involving a specific soulmate that seems to be a challenge for you right now. Maybe you're healing from this energy. If it is a lover, that's where I see the influence of this person. You having to heal from this person. So maybe, again, it has a lot to do with you having to lower your standards, or you feeling like you don't want to do so. Because right now your attention is on your finances. That's a major challenge you're trying to overcome. I mean, you being in your own element right now is putting you in a whole different pathway of you starting up something fresh, something new. I see Knight of Swords, the Magician, with the Fool card. All of this placements right here is literally in your sign. The Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. It could be incoming fast communication and how things are speeding up quickly. The Magician, how you're manifesting something by utilizing all tools. So as above, so below. The way that you're manifesting is so crazy. And then Uranus is currently right now in your sign in retrograde. It's like bringing you a whole brand new beginning, something crazy exciting. There's something that you truly desire here, and it has a lot to do with spirituality, and that's exactly the pathway that you're going to head on. Because I see you moving and transitioning in that element. I see your ruling planet, Mercury, in the sign of Aquarius. That's your 9th house. So the way that you're transitioning and or moving, it's bringing balance into your life, but spiritually. But it's basically saying, like, finances for you could be a problem. That's a challenge you're overcoming. I don't see that being where Jupiter in Cancer right now in your 2nd house, you're getting opportunities for prosperity and abundance. It's kind of giving me like, don't miss them. See what I'm saying? You're like stepping into your Empress energy. You can attain your own finances, your own resources. And you're going to be celebrating in that dynamic as well. All right, so I just kind of want to pull one thing. Why are you being tempted to lower your standards right now? Like, what's in your energy that may be stopping you? And I feel like it has something to do with you chasing after like a soulmate, or you having a connection that you're healing from a soulmate. Message. Maybe you're waiting on some sort of message to come in from the person that you feel like is your soulmate. Your focus should be on your money, though. Your focus should be on what's exciting and what's changing your life. But you want to receive some sort of message from your counterpart. Okay? Something about you being committed in marriage in the near future could be of significance here. Okay. So I don't know if the strong emotion with you and your person turns from love to hate real quick. That could be of significance. Because of this path you're choosing to be an empath. And I don't say you choose it, but I don't know. I see 11:33 on the clock for you, Gemini. This pathway may have chosen you. You don't have any other choice. What it's giving me. All right. Let's get into Cancer. Cancer, you could do something in the spotlight. You're being called to give up on a previous plan, Cancer, and to embrace this change so that you can tap into some sort of renewal. Whatever it was that was holding you back there, it's giving me, you need to clear the way because something's keeping you in like a repeated cycle. And it feels it's almost like cursing your energy is the way I'm taking that. All right, so you're going to be assisted and or supported to overcome whatever this problem is here. Now, how is Mars in Scorpio helping Cancer out? Okay, so Mars in Scorpio for you, Cancer, is going to be in your 5th house of love affairs, happiness, all right, where you can self-express and be creative. Could be a hobby or just something you have interest in. Romance. Yeah, I feel like you're calling in some sort of love. Somebody else that assists you and support you or accompanies you in a better way is going to come through. I'm seeing romance and riches here. Maybe you're looking for someone that's kind of like already stable. You could be traveling soon. See what I'm saying? Maybe this person comes in when the sun enters Scorpio. And that's coming up on October the 22nd. All right, there's some sort of achievement or something that you need to overcome here in connection to partnerships. So I'm seeing your 5th house and your 7th house being illuminated with Scorpio and Capricorn's energy. All right, so those are houses that bring in a sense of romance or you tapping in with your riches. So I don't know if it is a creative project that you do, you end up, you know, reaping the rewards from that or something. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, you got a lot of good fortune coming in, Cancer. And Jupiter is in your sign, which is the planet of fortune, okay? You have an older woman coming out here that you could be attached to, or this could be you. And there's a period of ill health and or depression. So there could be an older woman in your life right now that you're dealing with that could be going through some sort of depression, okay? So whoever is coming into your life romantically or however it has anything to do with your love life, this person, you're going to have to give up on some sort of previous plan in order to assist and support whoever this older woman is the message I'm getting. All right, let's see. Somebody's in a period of ill health and or depression. The King of Swords. Could be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarian. All right, the Ten of Cups is going to be your challenge because that's where you desire love. The Lovers here is, again, it's coming to, I don't know if you're separating from an air sign masculine. Okay. You're going to be seeking out new love. Yeah, you're going to be experiencing some sort of loss. Some sort of loss is coming in because you have a new lover on the way. Something's been delayed for you overall. You've been really feeling like worn down overall. Who's that? You're going to go through like the dark night of the soul because you're going to experience this heartbreak, this sorrow, this loss. You need to prepare yourself. I don't understand because listen, you got so many good things coming your way. You just have to give up on one thing. And it could be the great fortune that comes in after you dealing with this older woman with a period of ill health or depression or something. I'm getting like a lot of Pisces, Gemini, Sag. It's giving me mutable energies in your vibe. But the minute that you separate from something, you achieve a goal in connection to your romantic life. The Five of Swords. You've been trying to detach yourself from some sort of situation that's been blocking your brand new beginning. It's almost like every time you have a brand new beginning, it comes to an end. And it could be a passion of yours, something that you've been trying to manifest. You almost literally feel like you're cursed here. Look at this. Every time you have a brand new beginning or you're passionate about something, it almost feels like there's magic that's worked against you. It's because of this older woman that seems to be in a period of ill health and or depression that you've been needing to assist and or support. You need to give up on this person. They're blocking you. You need to go reconcile with your marriage. Hold on, what is this? I feel like you've been put on pause. You need to detach from this person's energy. You gotta get this person off your energy. They're blocking your happiness, your love life, everything. There's something here about dealing with an official person on a specific journey and that person being a false person. Or official person on their way to you and letting you understand you're with a false person. So again, give up on a previous plan. Okay? That's a major concern for you overall. You may not see it that way, but you got to get this person out your energy, Cancer. Because if not, I don't see any love coming into your life. Okay? Some sort of shocking change will take place. I just saw the Tower, which is Scorpio's energy, in your 5th house. So Mars is in your 5th. And the Sun steps into your 5th as well. By October the 13th. Leo. Take them. Leo, you're being manipulated or used, all right, strategized against, all right, to put some sort of message out there. There could be a manipulative letter that comes in that's trying to get you to decline something here. All right, you need to trust in this process. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. How could you be manipulated against at this time specifically? So, Leo, your Mars and Scorpio placements could be in the house of home. Maybe this is a letter that's sent to you in your home environment that you've been declined for something, but then it says you're going to be supported in some sort of way. Maybe respect comes to you. Maybe you didn't fall for someone's manipulation. All right. Maybe there was some sort of arrangement against you and where you were being invited to something and you declined. All right. And you doing it like out of sincerity. It's like, I don't think I want anything to do with you. I don't know. Something like that. Show me Leo's energy with Mars and Scorpio. This could be some sort of inheritance. Intuition is here. And Sun in Virgo is here with health. I don't know if you're supposed to be receiving some sort of letter, and it could be a manipulative letter that comes through that says, hey, you have this inheritance here. Use your intuition, all right? Maybe this is something that has a lot to do with your health. I don't know if you're overcoming some sort of mental illness, all right? Because I'm seeing like Mercury's energy, Saturn. It's like you would have put a lot of long and patient work into something. It would have been like your mindset was set on something, and if it's in the sign of Cancer, it has a lot to do with like heightened intuition, all right? You could have been manipulated somehow, some way, invited to go somewhere, and something's finally like fading out. So you're now being supported some way, somehow. Let's see. So Mars in the 4th house for you has a lot to do with the house of the subconscious state, your home environment overall, your inner healing that needs to take place, something like this. All right, this is a change for the better. So butterflies here, you could be transforming something in your energy. It says recognition and reward for merit. So if you are receiving some sort of inheritance, it's because of what you've experienced. All right, I'll take both. Someone's leaving your life and you have an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So this is good news coming in overall for you, Leo. You're possibly receiving some sort of good messages or good, inheritance and having to do with something that was arranged to have you declined somehow, some way. All right, I don't know. Let's see. Something's finally like dying out. It's leaving your life. You're being recognized and rewarded for the changes that you've experienced, and you know that an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. All right, so let's see. You could be taking action in regards to more of like your family dynamic, your home environment, having a healthy, intuitive, you know what I mean, instinct, because motherly instinct would definitely be the 4th house. I could be speaking to a feminine. There could be something assertive in regards to your children. If you get some sort of a letter with your children being invited to something, maybe you want to decline that. Five of Cups. There goes that Mars and Scorpio energy. Maybe there's a sense of grievance in connection to your mother figure, and where your mother figure is actually coming in and giving you some sort of inheritance so that you're tapped into your intuition, so you're at a better health. All right, trust that this person is coming in to support you. Maybe you're going through a lot of sorrow. I don't know if you're in separation from someone here, or if you're receiving some sort of phenomenal achievement, because we spoke about Mars and Scorpio in the 4th house having a phenomenal achievement. It has something to do with your emotional state becoming balanced again. I just seen the Temperance and the King of Cups. Yeah, it feels like you had almost like a negative attachment in your vibe with the Devil as your challenge. The King of Wands here. A fire sign could be coming in to support you, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. Or that could just be you stepping into your power after overcoming a sense of grievance. The Knight of Swords is here, the Death card, and Justice. You're receiving justice for some sort of situation that has transformed in your life. Maybe you were being invited to something in the past, being drawn in that direction. All right, it has something that you do in regards to your health, your work. You've had some sort of phenomenal achievement here in your workplace, or I don't know if you utilize your intuition, if you've inherited this from a mother figure, and how your, importance of your family dynamic is of significance. You've been recognized. So now you're getting like this energy of transformation, a change for the better. What does that look like for you? King of Pentacles, the Tower, the Five of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. There's something here about the destruction around resources or some sort of stability in your home environment and connections to a masculine. All right, because of someone being either in competition with you, or this could have literally been like a mother figure trying to compete with you some way, somehow. Okay. Some sort of destruction around the stability of your home, but there's going to be some sort of change for the better now. Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. You could be moving soon. Something's overall been delayed in connection to your happiness. You've been needing to like defend and or protect yourself from some sort of manipulation of someone trying to invite you to come in. It's like, trust the process, and when this dies down, you'll receive the inheritance, and your intuition was telling you you were on the right path in regards to your health. Eight of Cups. You would obviously end up moving on from this mother figure. You want nothing to do with them. I'm going to be honest. Okay. One. Okay. Again, I feel like they were blocking some sort of inheritance that was meant to come in for you. You were meant to trust the process and declining this person's offer or some sort of invitation. All right. Let's get into Virgo. All right, so Mars in Scorpio's placement for Virgo. This is going to be Mars in the 3rd house. Be careful that the way that you communicate to people isn't too extreme. All right, because Mars is like a very assertive person. Be careful you're not driving really fast, all right, because the 3rd house has all to do with like vehicles. Be careful of making too much of a quick decision. All right, there could be a lot of like heated arguments for you, Virgo. Yeah. Like Mars in Scorpio's placement in the 3rd house could have to do with like news of death even. Okay. Or news of something transforming overall for you. Maybe a travel plan is canceled. Something like this. Careful. All right, it's about you going after something that you have like a desire for or a fantasy for. Maybe something feels like you're living a fucking nightmare and you're trying to attract peace and harmony and order into your life. Maybe someone wants you to cooperate with them, okay? They want you to listen, okay? So communication, you're meant to like Mars and Scorpio's energy in your 3rd house, listen, so that you can have some sort of win-win here. There's something that you desire here, Virgo. We just had a solar eclipse in your sign, in your moon. All right. So there's order being brought back into your life overall. There could be negotiations on the table for you as well. Absolutely. So Mars in the 3rd house, this could be like you taking action on having like business meetings. All right, signing contracts with something. There could be a business deal or something on the table because I see Jupiter with Libra. All right. Libra, it could be in connection to your 2nd house, how your finances are going to come through. You've been spending a lot of time in isolation. Maybe you're doing a lot of like research work. All right, in regards to whatever this business plan is. Or maybe that's what you're coming up with here. Jupiter in Sagittarius. For you, Virgo, that has a lot to do with like Maybe you're expanding or growing some sort of business in the home environment. Sag is your 4th house. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this has to do with like someone that's very like a conventional type of relationship. Not that you're romantically involved with this person, but it kind of feels like you're this person's HR. Okay, something about having to look into the details. Maybe you've always desired to do this. So this is one of your fantasies. It brings harmony and order, or you have more time to spend at home. All right, living more so like your principles here, but you have to spend a lot of time in isolation to look into the details of something. All right, and there's like a business deal on the table here in regards to how you're going to be bringing your resources in, Virgo. All right, so that full moon lunar eclipse that took place in your 7th house, something was being illuminated about a specific partnership or negotiation that was meant to take place here for you. It could be that you are going to now be working from home, something like that. So it brings more order into your life. There's something that you have a lot of knowledge about. I see Jupiter placements here for you twice. And Saturn, you could be seen as a leader with lots of like wisdom and knowledge. You could be too concerned right now with sexual matters. You're seeking peace and harmony into your life. And it says you got enemies that are working against you. You're going to be playing a different role here in your life is what it's saying to me. All right. Let's see what this is all about. I'm going to split this deck for you here. I've seen the Page of Swords. And who was that? Judgment? Yeah. You're going to find out the truth about something. Maybe someone's been kind of like spying in on all of your information. Is how I heard that. Spying in on your information. Maybe you're doing all the patient work here and someone's like trying to reap the rewards. All right. Making it look like you're too concerned with sexual matters. What's happening for Virgo in your 8th house? That's Pluto in Aquarius and Pallas in Aquarius that are both in retrograde. So if it has anything to do with like wisdom and knowledge in regards to things that are meant to be kept secret or a mystery, someone's like spying in on what you've got going on. All right, how is it that you have some sort of balance here in your energy, or how you're keeping things in order or in harmony in your life? You're like fucking winning out here too. The Chariot. Yeah, because you know about somebody's secrets already. You already know about what's going on with these secrets. It's almost like secret communication is how I'm hearing that. Because that's a Venus in Scorpio placement. Once again, Scorpio is your 3rd house. Yeah. I feel like someone's trying to control you here. It could be like a specific organization that once, you know, you have to feel like you got to protect yourself from these people or these energies. If it has anything to do with like organized religion or something like that, it kind of feels like the information that you're gathering, someone's spying in on this. I'm telling you, your Aquarius placement is very significant here, which is going to be your 8th house. There's something transformational that you could be working on here. You have a lot of wisdom and knowledge about it. It's like you're going to be the one to pour this out to the universe, and where nobody's supposed to know about this. And it's kind of making you feel like you're in the energy of your own vibe, right? Venus and Virgo, it's like you're out here shining. You're doing something creative. You're reaping the fruits of your labor. All right? You're bringing harmony and order into your life. You don't need for anything. It's what it looks like. It's just you're playing the background here, and hidden enemies are trying to work against you. It almost feels like you're living some sort of nightmare, but you're doing it in peace. Okay? Doing what you desire. I don't know. There's something that you don't see coming, though, with the 2 of Swords, or something you need to face your fear with. So now that the moon is in Libra, has all to do with, like, your values or your possessions or something like that. Like, maybe the way that you have attained your resources is hidden. That's what I'm getting. Venus is in Virgo and the moon is in Libra. This is your 1st house and your 2nd house. It's like the way that your first impression is to the world is you're abundant, but nobody sees this. And it's because of something secretive that you know that's transforming, because Pluto is in Aquarius in its ruling house. Okay, someone's trying to come in and like control this for you, Virgo, but I don't feel like it's happening. Sagittarius, it's because of something involving your home environment or how the angels are working for you. You have Vesta right now in your 4th house. So you could have like a spiritual person in your family. It could be a mother figure that's kind of like watching over everything that's going on in your life right now, and how you're being protected from some sort of enemy working against you. Look at this. Mars and Gemini. It's because someone's trying to come in and create some sort of anxiety or fear for you. Mars and Scorpio in your third house. This is Mars and Gemini. Mars in the third house. You're supposed to be having like anxiety or fear or worry about something, and I don't feel that you are. It's because of who's protecting you here. It's almost like some sort of magical source of like a spiritual guide or something. Your mother figure, somebody could be a Gemini and protecting you from some sort of conflict, challenge, competition, or something like this involving your home environment, or you being part of a specific community of people, something like this. All right, it's like you're about to have a brand new beginning here. Uranus is in the sign of Gemini. This is Uranus's energy. It speaks about you taking the risk or stepping into like a brand new beginning, and it's in your 10th house, which has all to do with bringing massive revolutionary changes to a specific organization. All right, we're gonna move on. So you could be having in your family dynamic involved with a Cancer, a Gemini, a Sagittarian, an Aquarius, or a Scorpio. Just take that as it resonates. It says you're playing a different role here for whatever reason. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it almost feels like Virgo's playing secretary to someone that is higher power. That's what it feels like. Libra. Libra, I just saw perseverance with lots of good fortune. It's giving yin and yang. You're very balanced overall right now. This care card doesn't want to go anywhere tonight, you guys. All right, you're being cared for here, Libra, during a time of upheaval in your life. There could have been some sort of sudden disaster or destruction that has taken place. Maybe something that you do in the public eye. All right, you're being accompanied here or taught a specific lesson throughout this journey, okay? Assisted and or supported in some sort of way. You're being cared for. So Mars in Scorpio is in your second house. Mars typically in the second house. This could be about you starting up some sort of business. This could be in regards to trying to remain assertive in the way that you are attaining your possessions, or how you're facing what it is that you seem to be valuable. You have an authority figure around you at this time as well. All right, there's an authority figure trying to manipulate you in connection to your finances. Again, sorry, not your finances. Is in the way that you're communicating something in the public eye. Got it. Thank you. See what I'm saying? Mars is in your second house. Although Mars is in Scorpio, for you, Libra, Scorpio is your second house. So this is Mars and Taurus in your second house. You need to be on the defense here when it comes to you starting up a business or protecting your money, your finances. Okay, hold on. There's some sort of upheaval that's taking place right now, and it could literally be those that have positions of authority. So for you, Libra, I'm seeing Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. That's your 10th house. These could literally be authority figures that know that you have some sort of opportunity presented for expansion and growth in a position of leadership. And they're trying to Jupiter and Capricorn energy control you by manipulating something so that it doesn't work out in your favor. Look at this. You have the opportunity, okay, let's say, for expansion and growth in connection to your resources. This is your second house, Scorpio's energy, right? They're trying to manipulate that. Happiness and well-being. The more that you focus on your happiness and well-being, you'll be fine. The sun is shining overall in your sign. So you have balance here. Taurus and or Gemini could be of significance in your reading. Libra, that is going to be your... What placements are those for Libra? your 8th and your 9th houses. This could have to do with some sort of spiritual inheritance coming through, or transformation that's happening in your life that involves you having some sort of higher knowledge or spiritual connections. It says don't be tempted to lower your standards here. Why do I feel like somebody is trying to make you do something against your will by manipulating you in some sort of way or saying I have authority over you? I'm noticing that the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th houses here are being called out. So for you, Libra, in opposition, we have like Neptune and Aries, Chiron and Aries. You're dealing with like overcoming some sort of illusion in connection to a partnership or a relationship or some sort of contract, and dealing with the core wound of overcoming that vulnerability. And as you step into, let's just say, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer energies, and where you've been experiencing revolutionary changes with Uranus coming out of Taurus in your 8th house and into your 9th house, and then also having Jupiter expanding, you stepping into a position of authority. Someone doesn't like this. They're trying to create some sort of destruction or upheaval in how you're being supported with your resources at this time that Mars is in your 2nd house. On the bottom of the deck, again, someone's trying to make you do something against your will, but it's through manipulation. I'm feeling like this manipulation energy is having to overcome a lot of the signs that are going through this. A lot of the signs are going through this energy right now. It feels like some sort of destruction, a sudden disaster in connection to resources or how you're supposed to build some sort of foundation overall. If it's supposed to be an inheritance that comes through, as I'm seeing May's energy being here, Taurus and Gemini being your 8th and 9th houses, they don't want you to receive this inheritance. All right, but you're not meant to lower your standards. You're supposed to fight for it, is what it feels like. Remain enthusiastic about this in regards to your money and how it's supposed to be, like whatever your values are. Yeah, you're about to get some sort of wish fulfillment here with the 9 of Cups. You've dealt with a lot of stress involving whatever this is. The 999 portal could have been of significance as well. You're going through some sort of separation, heartbreak, loss, or you've sacrificed and devoted so much of your energy towards others, whether that be emotionally and or mentally. The manipulation that has taken place right now, I told you, something had to do with that portal. I'm seeing 999. 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. There's something that's closing out in connection to someone manipulating you and trying to keep you in a sense of entrapment or imprisonment. You're like a wounded warrior out here. All right, you have some sort of magic in your energy. The 4 of Cups. You've obtained the friendship of someone here, and they wanted you to feel rejected, neglected, missing opportunities, feeling like you don't deserve to be here. They want you to be bored. They want you to feel discontent with your life. Could it be your family? With the 10 of Pentacles? Yes, it is. But again, Jupiter is in Capricorn, in Cancer in your 10th house placement. All right, so where Jupiter in Cancer is exalted for you, it means that you are holding a position of authority, and maybe they don't like that. They don't like that. All right, you're getting some sort of opportunity for growth here, and it's giving you where you have a position of leadership against, I'm not saying over others, but it's like nobody can make you do something against your will. They're trying to, and they're doing it by affecting and or going after your resources. It's because of something that you do in the public eye. Okay. Scorpio. That's interesting. Very interesting. Scorpio. So let's see what's going on for you. Something feels weird here. Scorpio, your 7th house, partnerships, relationships, something that requires balance right now. All right. That is going to be, for you, Scorpio, Taurus's energy is being called out. All right, Libra here. So the Sun in Libra for you, because I'm seeing 7th house and Libra's energy, which are both obviously Libra. It's in your 12th house. There's something that's going on with you subconsciously. You need to bring balance into the situation. There could be something that you feel like you're dealing with. Maybe it feels like, this is a force that is of the unseen. Okay, maybe you're having to bring balance into your emotional state. I'm overall seeing that spirituality could be a thing for you. Lovers could be a thing for you. Vulnerability, compassion, all right? Maybe it has something to do with you having like heightened dreams at this time as well. But Mars is in your sign, so it's kind of like you're looking for a partner, a relationship, or something or someone that brings balance into your life. Vesta's in Sagittarius, so it looks like the inner spark or the sacrifice or the devotion that you have towards someone is someone that you feel is valuable. It could be the connection to how you're attaining your finances, or possessions could be of significance as well. Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. I feel like you got spiritual blessings coming your way, Scorpio, because Jupiter is in its ruling house for you. Jupiter in Cancer, that is going to be your 9th house placement. Jupiter rules the 9th house. So there's something about you where you're getting big opportunities right now to grow, and you're remaining optimistic about it. Okay. Let's see. So you could have like new groups or new alliances coming through overall to lead you to where you are in the near future. We just had a new moon in Virgo in your 11th house. You could be attached to an Aquarian energy. Aquarius rules the 11th house. Yeah, I feel like romantically, it's something is like being called in your favor here. Okay. Mars and Taurus. This is where your energy of your ruling planet in your sign is opposing your opposition. You're calling in romance into your life at this time. All right. And it's someone that you feel that you have a spiritual connection to. Vesta's in the sign of Sagittarius. So this is someone that you feel is valuable to you. And then I'm seeing Venus in Virgo, okay, which is the current placement. You could be living a detached life from your partner. All right. Normally, Venus being in the 11th house is like the energy of detachment. Venus in Virgo means that you are having some sort of discrimination because you're involved with someone in your workplace, or you need to bring order, all right, into, I don't know. I'm also seeing the 2nd and 6th houses. Maybe the way you're being of service to somebody could be of significance. Because again, I see you sacrificing and devoting a lot in your 2nd house here. But this for you is your 7th house. It's someone that you're partnered with. That's interesting. What is your message here in regards to this relationship? So you're on the defense right now, being discriminated upon because of who your romantic partner is. There's something here about a father figure. You're being asked to kind of like slow down, or you're being forced to surrender and accept something that seems to be someone that you truly desire, or who seems to be like a fantasy of yours. Okay. Maybe this was like a nightmare at one point, and where you feel like, again, you were forced to surrender and accept something. Now the opportunity comes back around. It almost feels like to bring peace into your life, order into your life. So you could be in this energy of like calmness. So because of a father figure, maybe there's something changing in relationships for you, or how you see romance, or how you're meant to be of service to someone else, or who you see that you want to sacrifice and devote to. Something like this. Maybe your value has changed overall with Vesta now being in Sagittarius in your 2nd house. So your spiritual values could be of significance overall as well. I want to pull one more. Practicality here. You want to live more of a practical life. And I see principles being of significance for you because Jupiter's in Cancer in your 9th house, having all to do with spirituality. All right. Let's see. Show me your romantic life at this time, Scorpio. Too much concern with sexual matters. That's because Mars is in your ruling planet. You rule the genitals. You want to have sex. I get it. Literally. But there's something else that's happening in connection to your values is what you're not understanding here. All right. You're seeking a specific partnership, but this is someone that you need to understand moving forward. This has to be part of spiritual values. Is what Spirit is telling me. The opportunity for what you desire is here, but you feel like you're having to like force and surrender and accept what is. Something's going to be very successful with you in regards to your romantic life. I know that. All right. Okay. Hold on. I feel like Spirit is trying to spit these cards at me here. Something in regards to an older man. A father figure could be of significance. It says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or someone that you want. Something or someone that you want. So that older man knows exactly how you're going to gain success in regards to how these transits are working in your favor. And someone's trying to basically come in between that. It's a father figure. I saw it earlier. Why is this person doing this? They want you to like be forced. Yeah, look at this. I split the deck. It's an Emperor. An Aries could be of significance, or your father figure. Saturn being in the sign of Pisces is putting restriction and or discipline in your love life. Pisces is your 5th house. This could be in regards to the person you're having sex with. This could be in regards to, I don't know, your children. You know what I mean? The person you're supposed to have children with. Something like that. But you're successfully overcoming something. With Mars being now in your sign, it's like you are in your power. The Hierophant. They want you to live traditionally. That's why. So you're supposed to be traditional Scorpio. You're supposed to get married, have the children, have the home. Like there's something about a father figure in which they felt like they taught you a certain way, but it looks like you're rearing off and looking into new love. Okay? Something about your spiritual values has to be of significance here. And I feel like a home is coming your way as well. Something like this. All right. Scorpio, your 4th house is Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius. There's going to be something transforming in your house of home. Okay? Or with a mother figure. This could be your mother figure. This could be the mother of your children. Something like this. Okay? There's a sense of regret in your energy. This is Mars and Scorpio. Maybe you don't feel like you're living by your traditional values. All right. There's a sense of loss or sorrow in connection to someone that you feel you no longer have a traditional connection to. Something requires change because I'm seeing the Hierophant is number 5. I see 5 of Cups. That's your energy. All right. So the fact that you have too much concern with sexual matters, that's this energy. You're going to regret that. Instead of living by your traditional values, because Spirit is telling me Vesta is the most significant here in connection to the person you're attracting in your relationship. It has to be that you sacrifice and you devote to someone that has spiritual connections. Something like that. So you have like a major unexpected change or tower moment coming up in the near future that you don't see coming. That's your energy. This is about you and your partner. Look at this. Scorpio and Taurus opposition. You're going to regret something here, Scorpio. I don't know why, but I'm telling you now, I feel that. I feel like your older man here, or whoever this older masculine energy for you, is going to discriminate you and not living a practical life, a traditional life. Because you're getting the opportunity right now with Jupiter and Cancer being in your 9th and its ruling planet to attain wisdom and knowledge about spirituality and to live by your traditional values. Told you, the opportunity is here. You are supposed to be with your Empress. Understand? And that's where you're going to be celebrating. Okay? Cancer energy. This is it. This is like a Mercury in Cancer. You're highly intuitive. I mean, you are a water sign, Scorpio. All right. You're basically seen right now as drawing in the energy of an Empress or drawing in the energy of your Empress, who you're supposed to be committed to in marriage. See what I'm saying? It's supposed to be long-term. You're supposed to be seen as like very abundant, protector, provider. All right. Like your spiritual values is what's drawing in the energy of your abundance right now. With Vesta being in your 2nd house. All right. Queen of Wands. Are you chasing after someone that's just kind of like for the meantime in between time? Possibly. Yeah. It feels like because you're involved in sexual matters. You know what I mean? And then here you are. You have this Page of Swords. I just heard you know better. I heard you know better. It's like you keep seeking, and here's why this masculine, this father figure is like, oh yeah? Look at this. I taught you better. This is your masculine. This is you. Like, you're seeking elsewhere, and they're like, I told you how to live by traditional values. So it kind of feels like you're hung up in your head right now, or you need to gain perspective about what's the most important, and that's a happy family dynamic. Okay? I gotta go. All right. Let's see. I mean, whatever is in regards to your future, it says you have a lot of success coming your way, but you've got to remain, I was hearing, focused. You're trying to escape something that you're going through right now, and it's possibly having to do with like a relationship of yours. Sagittarius. Okay, Sag. You've got here Chiron, 6th house, and South Node. So South Node is currently in the sign of Virgo. All right. For you, Sag, that's going to be in your 10th house. Meaning that there's some sort of past life authority energy around you, or you could have some sort of natural gift in what you do for work, or you're finally coming into alignment with the past life career or something that you do. Could be regarding like health or something, because it has a lot to do with Chiron being in the sign of Aries for you, and that has to do with what you have interest in, a hobby. This could be like what brings you a sense of happiness overall, and dealing with a specific core wound. I'm hearing something about like vulnerability in connection to children as well, or the potential to pain. Maybe you wanted to have a child and you never did, because you have a position of authority here in which this specific lifetime, you know what I mean, it called for you to pay attention to that leadership position, right? There's something about Sagittarian energy. I'm hearing mountains. Okay? It's like, wow, I don't think I was supposed to say that. You're supposed to be climbing mountains right now. Okay? But there's something that you're going through with Chiron and Aries in your 5th house that's a very deep core wound in regards to a lover, in regards to your happiness, in regards to how you self-express, you create. It could be children. There's something in regards to the past life, or the past life of you wanting to be seen as this father figure and being of service to somebody, or doing something for work. It kind of feels like you have to climb this mountain alone, because the core wound, it's not like you're still dealing with this energy. It's a karmic challenge is what it is. It could have something to do with the mother figure. We just had like a solar eclipse with the moon in Virgo, and the moon being in Virgo in your 10th house, it has to do with like a mother figure dynamic, something like that. I'm not feeling here. I feel like my energy got really deep with you, Sag. I don't know. You're dealing with something real deep. It feels like mother figure, father figure issues almost. There could have been some sort of jealousy involved in your relationships or something like this, and that it makes you go through like a lot of potential, a lot of pain. All right, so maybe there was some sort of competitiveness in between you and your lover and someone else or something like that. Maybe you deal with a lot of paranoia, or you were codependent upon this person for whatever reason. It feels like you have a sense of possessiveness in your energy, which can come through sometimes as seen as the devil, right? Karmic challenge for you would be seen as the father figure, all right, overall, wanting control of a situation, or wanting to be possessive over your lover, or over a child, or over a mother figure, something like that. You're being called to like cooperate here with whatever you're experiencing, because something has made you feel empty, and that's why I feel like you're dealing with this core wound. Okay. I want to pull Kipper on this one. I don't know if you're trying to like deal with a karmic challenge in regards to you wanting to be seen as respected in a position of a leadership, or wanting a sense of authority in your energy overall. House, it could have something to do with those that you grew up with in a home, or how, you know, you see yourself attaining your own home and your own family in the near future, something like that. Yeah, there's concerns about a home. Full moon lunar eclipse took place in Pisces, which is your house of home. I don't know, something about a home being gifted to you, or how this is going to come through for you overall. Maybe you gifted someone a home, and that's a core wound you're going through overall, to a main female in your life. See what I'm saying? It has something to do with a woman, a mother figure. There's something out of like you having to cooperate, and why you had to accept that. Dealing with that core wound, how you, I would imagine, felt possessive over whatever was yours, if it was one of your possessions. There's something that you're cleaning out of your energy. It's like you're having to go, again, potential to pain. Chiron, it's like it's a vulnerability of yours. You can't seem to get over it or something. You felt like this person was supposed to be the person you were supposed to marry. It's almost what it feels like. I'm going to be honest. If it didn't take place and you had to always be the one that worked hard and always been the one in positions of leadership, it's a karmic challenge for you not understanding why you weren't able to attain like a child or a relationship with stability with this one person. I don't feel like that's the person that was supposed to be on your path. I feel like you're being gifted. If you have a concern about a home, I feel like you're going to be gifted that home. It says financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. There was something that, I'm telling you, there was something that you were supposed to release. It's a past life issue. It's a karmic challenge. But you're now reaping rewards from that. Whatever you, it kind of feels like you sacrificed almost. Because 6th house energy speaks about you being of service to someone. All right. Your focus right now could be heavily on health right now because you're overcoming this core wound. So something you did in the past and where you had to just kind of accept it and say, okay, well, maybe I'll have to clean my energy up from this, but I'm going to take it as a win-win, because even if it doesn't come through right now, it'll come through in the near future. And this is what it feels like. See, great worry over nothing. Whatever was supposed to be reciprocated to you, I feel like it will. They wanted you to pay attention to your work. And this could be work in regards to your health, work and being of service to other people, in regards to overcoming a karmic challenge and where you had to hold that position of leadership, something like that. Don't worry, I feel like it's coming. You're on target and you're a very goal-oriented person. There was something about you overcoming a mountain. I saw in my vision a mountain. Like you having to overcome this mountain. You're on point. Oh my gosh. Sag, I'm telling you what I saw. It says this was a major challenge for you to overcome. I saw the mountain. All right, let me just pull the spread on this. I don't know. So again, Mars in Scorpio for you is in your 12th house. You were trying to escape something, rather. That could have been something from a past life issue. It could have made you feel that you were dealing with some sort of like imprisonment. It could have caused you to have to go down like a spiritual journey even. All because of what you wanted was happiness. So Mars, typically in the 12th house, that would be seen as like the 10 of Cups. All you wanted was like the happily ever after. That feels so sad. I'm sorry, Sag. All you wanted was love. Yeah. I feel like it's going to make its way back to you. See what I'm saying? Because you carried the heaviest burden of it all. Spirit is showing me Saturn and Sag. Because of this father figure energy that you have right now, with that whole Virgo placement being in your 10th house, Saturn's energy says that for you, Sag, you were meant to, in this lifetime, carry this heavy-ass burden. And all you sought out was love. See what I'm saying? You are like top T compassionate. You know what I mean? Top T compassionate one. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You do so much and you sacrifice for so many other people. And that's a core wound that you deal with. And I feel, wow. I feel like it has something to do with like the mother figure, father figure dynamic for you. Something about you and Scorpio's energies. You guys are like traditional values right now. Literally. And it could be because of Vesta coming out of Scorpio and moving into Sag. See what I'm saying? I told you, 10 of Cups. Mars in your 12th house right now in the sign of Scorpio, but it's your 12th house placement. All you wanted was the happily ever after. And you still want that. That's exactly what you're going to build on too. That's exactly where you're going to end up investing your time, your energy, your resources, because you feel empty for having to cooperate with a different direction that spirit obviously led you down. It was part of how your gift is coming through in the near future. The Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, you are going to be seen as like the boss daddy out this bitch. Whatever says goes. If you build your own business, if you build your own, I don't know, it's something about you being in your position of authority and succeeding what you felt was like the heaviest burden of it all. Okay? You just wanted the happily ever after. The Empress, you're going to find your Empress and you're going to definitely celebrate in the near future. I love this energy for you, Sag. You deserve it. All right, we got to get out of here. Yeah, I feel your pain, but you're so goal oriented. That's exactly what you're going to manifest, is a passionate brand new beginning with someone here. All right. I don't know why I feel like I want to call out Aries as well. So for Sagittarius, his placements, Aries, that's your 9th house. I feel like you're going to be living by your spiritual value. And if you ever had some sort of core wound healing going on, you're going to understand why you went through those hardships is because of what was coming up in the near future for you. Wow. All right. Let's move on. Something having to do with like a mean female. Okay. Let's get into Capricorn. Welcome in, you guys. Capricorn. Okay. We got cardinal energy, so that's you. Something's being initiated, sparked, and the vision coming together. All right, so your cardinal placements obviously are going to be your 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th houses. I feel like there's a major shift that's taking place in regards to, let's just say your home, your partnerships, your relationships, or what you do for career specifically. You said that hit hard, Jazz. Yes, it did. That definitely hit hard. So Imam Koli for you overall is being called out. So again, I feel like your astrological axis, all right, the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th house for you, Capricorn, are being called out. For you, it's going to be where Neptune is in your 4th house and where Chiron is in your 4th house. So that's being reviewed in connection to your inner child healing, all right, your origins, your roots, a mother figure, a home environment. It could have been like where you grew up, that type of thing. Something's being sparked there or initiated. Or you could have like illumination in connection to a vision. You know what I mean? And then I see Leo's energy being called out for you as well. So for you, Capricorn, Leo is going to be your 8th house. You're going through a transformation. It requires for you to be very courageous here. You're about to head towards your North Node. And for you, North Node is in the 3rd house. Communication could be of significance. Something involving your destiny or your purpose in this lifetime has to do with like travel, transportation, community, siblings, cousins, something like this. All right. And I'm also seeing like Neptune that's going to end up retrograding back into Pisces in your 3rd house. I feel like something that you've imagined to create is going to come to the reality of it. All right. Let's see. You could be going through some sort of healing right now. I just saw the treatment card. Yeah, I feel like something in your energy requires some sort of purification. All right, like if you're in this energy of innocence. So if that's what's being initiated right now with Neptune in Aries in your 4th house, I would imagine like the energy of your emotional state is where the inner healing is taking place. Whoa. Yeah, it's all part of your destiny. Again, North Node energy being in Pisces right now in your 3rd house. All right. You're like on the road to something that has been keeping you either shackled, all right, or heavily focused on a specific responsibility here. You're about to get a wake-up call with the ball on the bottom of the deck. Something works compatibly for you, more so. All right, so when the moon in Capricorn comes up, it'll end up sextiling over to Scorpio's energy and or to, who's that? Pisces energy, yeah. Let's see what this is all about. see the Fool card. Again, I feel like you're about to go on like on a brand new journey here. My nose is itching for you guys. It's weird. The Four of Swords. Maybe it does have a lot to do with the inner healing that's taking place here. All right, you're overcoming some sort of conflict, whatever that may have been, because there was an ending of a portal that closes out, and I see Aquarius's placement being of significance. So maybe this was back when like Pluto was transforming out of your energy and into Aquarian energy. There was something about you having to gain wisdom and knowledge about something in the near future, or how that portal was going to change for you, and overcoming many challenges and having you heal from that. Yeah, it could have been that you dealt with like a lot of betrayals or just sabotaging ways of you not being able to step into your purpose. Something now works harmoniously for you. Something's been activated. You've been initiated to some sort of inner healing, and having a lot to do with you being courageous this time around. Okay. What else? There's something from like your past life that's coming in, or a past person, or how you've dealt with some sort of imprisonment involving feminine energy in your vibe, and how you're planning to move forward from that as well. What is this energy here? Yeah, you got a lot of great fortune coming in. It's because you're aligned with your destiny overall. It says keeping your life in balance could be of significance, and vacation. So if there is travels involved or vacation, it's going to allow you to step back into something that has like a core wound healing, having to do with like the inner healing of a mother figure, or your origins, or where you came from in the past. That's what I'm getting here. All right. Something's being initiated for you overall. And then you got success assured with good plans and hard work. So you could be planning on going down a different pathway here and not even seeing exactly where it's leading you, but not being afraid to end one specific cycle in order to step into something more, I heard, refreshing. All right. And how to overcome some sort of difficult times from the past. Community, bad health, and concern. All right, so maybe you are surrounded by nothing but poverty. Maybe you're concerned about the ill health that you have. Being surrounded by a specific community could have been where you grew up. Let me pull one on this. Money will be coming to you. All right. And I see persevere, and you will overcome some problem. Well, I can tell you right now, Capricorn, you are one that is meant to be disciplined and very tenacious and ambitious in moving forward. Whatever your destiny is calling for, it's headed your way. There is some sort of core wound healing. I definitely see it here, being that Imam Koli is being called out, and where Neptune and Chiron for you is in your 4th house. It has something to do with a mother figure, or where you grew up and where your origins are. All right, so if you're overcoming poverty and money is coming to you, this is how you're going to be set out on what is your destined pathway here in the near future. All right. Let's move on to the sign of Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. This is such a long reading, you guys. I'm sorry. Aquarius, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. You could be taking the next steps with something, or you're right in alignment with where you need to be. Someone could be surprised by how good health you're in. I just saw surprise in health. All right. There could be some sort of commitment that's coming up here with the ring. Maybe you feel bonded to something. Maybe you feel like you're getting a token of someone's appreciation. I don't know, something like that. Or there could legit be a wedding coming up for you with a specific father figure. All right, maybe this is you getting a ring from the person you have children with, okay? Or the promise of an older, mature father figure that was supposed to teach you something here in this lifetime. There was a risk that you may have taken, but it says glory favors the brave, okay? It looks like you're going to be overcoming something, all right? You're getting attacked for some reason, but you're getting the go-ahead, even through the attacks. All right, so let's see what this is all about. trine. Wow. There's something auspicious happening in your vibe right now. There's a lot of positivity and luck coming your way. The moon void, of course. So I would imagine as we're stepping out of the moon in Libra and ingressing into the moon in Scorpio, which is your 10th house, which is the father figure energy, you're going to be committed to what you do for your career, Aquarius. Scorpio's energy is your 10th house. Mars is exalted in the 10th house. That means that you are right where you need to be. You hold a position of authority or something. All right. There's something that you're going to be withdrawing from overall with this moon void, of course. And if we're speaking about Libra's energy right now, you're stepping out of the connection that you have towards your spirituality and into you gaining a position of authority. Mercurian energy, maybe you communicate something or you have connections to someone that's a father figure that's communicating with you. All right. There's something that you do that you express yourself with, specifically Cancer placements for you are in regards for what you do for work. Cancer is Jupiter in your 6th house. So your health is expanding. Thank you. That's why I saw the health card. All right, your health is expanding. Maybe you are one that is sensitive or caring or nurturing towards others, or that's part of your pathway or journey and your purpose here in life. As we are about to step into this moon in Scorpio. Moon in Scorpio is typically seen at its fall, and the moon being in the 10th house overall is at its detriment. So there could be something that hits you emotionally, all right, that you'll have to deal with in regards to this bond that you feel you have with the father figure and leaving this person behind. Or it could be something auspicious that works in your favor. It takes that to resonate. October could be of significance. So Scorpio season, Libra, Scorpio, 9th house, 10th house. I know what I'm feeling here. Okay. It's giving Libra, Scorpio, 9th house, 10th house for you, unsettled times and the need to plan ahead. There's a father figure that's leaving you. You're going through a transformation in your life overall is what it feels like. Yeah. You're going to be moving on or going on vacation, okay, from something or someone. Maybe this is about you working on your own self. Tapping more into your lighthearted self, your carefree self, okay? Behind that, I see you have protection from a powerful friend. That powerful friend could be seen as like a father figure to you. What is it that you're going through in your energy right now, Aquarius? With Mars being in your 10th house. What are you going through here? So something auspicious that was supposed to come through with the way that you express yourself, communication, transportation, something in your local community, and you being committed to a father figure or someone that's like a mentor. That person's either withdrawing from you or you're withdrawing from them. There's an unsettled time here because you're going to be going on vacation. All right, you got a gift coming through here, sudden wealth, and I'm seeing adjudication. Okay, so I would imagine you've got some sort of wealth coming your way or you're being gifted with something in regards to what you do for your occupation. 10th house energy. All right, let's see what this is. You might be getting justice in connection to a court issue in regards to you and your spouse. This could be about you coming to some sort of mediation. All right. If you are withdrawing from someone that you have a commitment to, and this is like a father of your child, or if you're removing yourself from the father figure of your home, whatever that may be, it looks like you are moving in the direction of doing something regarding communication. All right. You need to express yourself here is what it is. 10 of Cups. You're about to be really happy because you're going to get justice for a situation that you were unjustly accused with. Thank you. Moon and Libra here. Heavy on Libra's energy for you. Okay. You're about to get justice for a situation that you were unjustly accused for, whatever that may be. All right. Knight of Swords. You may have been attacked. Literally. You literally may have been attacked. Okay. You took a risk with something here. I feel like right now is the deadline. That's it. All right, show me Aquarius's energy. You're in the star. Ha, shit. The only reading that has come out with their own energy as in their position. You are the star, Aquarius. All right, Page of Swords. You've got a lot of people watching you. Your intellect is on fire right now. That's because Pallas and Pluto are retrograding in your sign. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of communication, information. Your mind is like out the door. All right. You're going to be celebrating something here really, really soon. 3 of Cups and the Chariot. Again, that's Cancer energy. It's what you do for work in regards to your occupation. You're about to get paid out a lot of sudden wealth. All right. Or that's what you're leading yourself towards here in whatever you're doing. I feel like you're heavily focused. You know you have a position of responsibility somewhere, and you could have been experiencing a lot of losses. Spirit is showing me the 8 of Cups. So if you're emotionally withdrawn from someone, it's because of where your focus is and how your attention is being drawn to your work or your money. All right. I'm seeing Aries, Leo, Sag placements for you, which are in the 3rd, the 7th, and the 11th houses, which are involving communication. All right, they're air sign placements. Show me Mars and Scorpio for Aquarius, and we're out of here. 3 of Wands. The Sun in Aries, that's your 3rd house placement. Okay, so communication is where you're going to be thriving moving forward, making a lot of progress here. You could be traveling. There could be a Sun in Aries person in placement of this father figure that's supposed to be significant in your life. It's a past person. All right, someone from your past coming back in, and they're bringing some sort of inheritance. They're gifting you with something. Lots of sudden wealth. It gives an inheritance. All right, that was supposed to be obviously kept a secret. This is Scorpio's placement. It's Venus in Scorpio. Your 10th house placement. Venus in the 10th house is a older masculine figure, a father figure. This person's coming through with some sort of inheritance for you, Aquarius. All right. Let's move on to the sign of Pisces. Okay. Pisces. What's going on in your energy? I gotta put you guys on the charger before I die out. Give me 1 second. All right, Pisces. I don't know if someone was trying to manipulate what you desired, Pisces. That's what I just saw. Because of what you were committed to and what was supposed to bring you in lots of great fortune. You were being assisted and supported throughout that journey here. And everything is put in, I just heard everything is put out on display about your future and what is to come for you in the near future. You're making a difference in pertaining to like you doing something that was part of your destiny. Maybe you're meant to teach or accompany people in creating something. Because again, you are ruled by Neptune. It's like you're the one that loves to create. You're like artistic in your own sense. You know what I mean? You radiate a lot of joy and enthusiasm to others. I see the lunar eclipse that took place in your sign. There was something that was illuminated about you. There was something also that needed to be released. I don't know if you're about to have a child. I see the teddy bear here. Okay. The moon, that's crazy. Did you release something during that lunar eclipse in connection to like your emotions or what your instinct was telling you? Something was being illuminated. Maybe it had to do with your like psychic abilities or your intuitive instincts. Imam Koli about a mother figure. Damn. Pisces, lunar eclipse with the moon and the Imam Koli. This all has to do with your inner child healing. That's why I said a child could be significant here. It's crazy. Something having to do with your subconscious state and what was being illuminated, released, or something was coming to culmination. All right. I feel like you were getting communication already about this. What is this for Pisces? So Pisces, it looks like a Sagittarian mother figure could be of significance for you, or there's something about a child here as well. This was part of like your destiny. Something was supposed to be different moving forward. This is part, or you know, part of your future with this person. Sagittarius is your 4th house, and Vesta's there. All right, so there's something connected to like a spiritual person or someone that you were meant to sacrifice and devote to on your pathway here. Saturn and Aquarius's energy. So Saturn is in your 12th house in the sign of... No, Saturn is in your sign. Oh, you're being called out to be the father figure here. Aquarius is showing me your 12th house. This has something to do with like you being more compassionate and vulnerable and loving moving forward. I don't know if you have like spiritual protection around you from a father figure, or it could be a mother figure that's trying to show you the way. Something was put on display for you to assist and support someone with a child. I'm telling you, a Sagittarius is of significance in your reading. You've got Mercury in Sag here. Mercury now being in the sign of Libra for you, Pisces, is going to be... Oh my gosh, where is that? Is that your 8th house? No. There's something you discovered here. Whatever it is that you discovered, it has something to do with something that you do original. You put it on display. I'm telling you, a mother figure is of significance for you here. This is someone you're supposed to value. You're supposed to protect that person. Or you have the protection of a mother figure around you and what seems to be the most valuable to you. Your finances, your possessions, your foundation with a family. It kind of feels like that. And you could have been a bit impulsive with this person. That person is part of your riches. I'm going to be honest. That person is part of your riches. I don't know how or why. You may have been resisting like a friendship or some sort of relationship with this person, bringing harmony in with this person because of you having a position like of authority or something with them. I'm almost done too. And I feel like you could have felt like you had power over this person almost. You could be feeling tied down or frustrated about this, knowing that you have to persevere in order to overcome this problem. It could be very successful. A wish is granted. I would imagine you're going to end up trying to fix it with someone here. All right, there's something happening overall in regards to like your 4th house and your 10th house and how the lunar eclipse was illuminated in connection to a mother figure. All right, so Uranus being in the sign of Gemini, there's like a review with a mother figure here. All right, full moon lunar eclipse is like showing this person who you truly are, putting yourself on display and saying, I'm going to assist and I'm going to support you. And then overall having the new moon, the sun, and the opposition to Saturn in your sign happening in your 1st and your 7th houses. There's a heavy significant energy here to how you're supposed to be playing a role to this person's life. But this is a mother figure telling you that you need to come in and assist and support and show love, though. See what I'm saying? There's something in regards to how you're supposed to be, even like valuing this person, providing for this person, something like that. Because I'm seeing like the second house, the 10th house, the 7th house, the first house. You having a spiritual connection with this person. You supposed to be seen as like, this is how you tap into your riches. Without this person, you wouldn't make it. Something was illuminated about that already. You tried to release it, rather. You were in the energy of your subconscious. If consciously you understood something, you would know that this is where your wish was being granted. This is where you were going to have success. This person was meant to teach you and or support you in some sort of way, but you may have gone down a different path or chose something differently involving Mercurian energy with communication, all right? Or how, you know, you weren't getting the message of what this person was trying to communicate to you, something like that. All right. Let me get a spread on this for Pisces. I feel like I need to elaborate what I feel here. Let me get Kipper on this one as well. Craziness. Despair. You see what I'm saying? I feel like you kind of left somebody out in the cold. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. Mature man. Did you lose a job in connection to a mature man or someone that hired you? I'm seeing 5-5. I'm seeing like 3 and 2 and 5. There's something about like your Taurus and your placements here. Were you involved with someone like communication, transportation, local community, some sort of mature man that kind of left you without work? Yeah, they stole from you actually. Stole from you and your family. They took you away from your family? Did you get paid out for this? Or this person is coming back around to kind of like gift you something? Because Saturn and Pisces is a sense of loss. That would be like you have shit. You were kept in despair. Something will change for you overall. And I feel like if you are in regards to the person you were supposed to be with, all right, something's got to change in your energy. Something's got to change in your energy. Someone stole from you. They left you without work. Whoever that mature man is given the Saturn and Pisces in your sign. And the opposition to where this new moon and sun oppose the energy. Go back to that reading. Matter of fact, I did it the other day. It could have a heavy significance about what this is in here. All right. So you could be dealing with a mother figure or something. Aquarian could be of significance for you. I just heard have faith. Have hope and faith that everything's going to work out. Queen of Pentacles. See what I'm saying? Someone tried to take your money, tried to steal your money. Or the connection that you had to an abundant mother figure or something like that. Saturn and Pisces. You took an emotional loss, rather. Ooh. Someone that's very rich here. I would imagine. This Queen of Pentacles, she's very stable. Very abundant. She was your problem. That Queen of Pentacles. So now judgment on family and friends with the Three of Cups. Someone that you were supposed to reconcile with here in regards to your family and friends. What happens in the near future then? There's a lot of sorrow and regret. Look at Mars and Scorpio's energy here for you. Mars and Scorpio for you, Pisces, is going to be in your 11th house. No wonder why the Aquarian is coming out. Have hope and faith that everything's going to work out. I feel like you mourning the energy or the connection to your soulmate. That's what this is. You were supposed to have like a child with this person, very abundant with this person, and that mature man tried to come in and take from you and your family, or take you away from your family in regards to something that you did. Communication is how I heard it. Your Taurus and your Pisces placements. Your Taurus placements is the 3rd house. Your first placement is you. Death, 7 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. The person that tried to end something from you or for you is going to be the one that ends up, you're going to be protecting yourself from that person. And then however it is that you gain, or that person trying to control something around you, you still get some sort of wish fulfillment. This is your energy, Jupiter and Pisces, and it's domicile. You still get some sort of wish fulfillment overall. What's on the bottom of the deck here? You go back with your lover. Don't worry about it. I feel like somebody tried to fuck you over, steal your money, take you away from your family, keep you without work. That person you were destined to have a child with because your mother figure said so. It was part of your destiny. It was something that you kind of had to be like put on display first. You were possibly in bad health or something like that. Let's get into this closing collective. Wow. My readings are like deep today. I don't know what's going on. Closing collective. Let's see. Craziness, craziness, craziness. Second house. Finances. Coming back around. Your possessions, your values. That actually came out today because I still have the card here. Base chakra and possessions came out in today's collective reading. So if you guys want to go check out that energy check-in, it had a lot to do with like your pleasures. All right, so this could be your finances, things that you find valuable, pleasure that you want to indulge yourself with, whatever that is. Keep a personal boundary up and don't let everybody know what you got is the message. All right. So Mars in the second house, maybe you need to be a little bit more assertive. Who's that for? Mars and Scorpio in the second. I think that was in Libra's reading. That might resonate. I don't know. All right, let's see. Finances, values, possessions, second house energy. First quarter moon in Capricorn coming up could be of significance in regarding career and money. So something gains momentum. The initiative will be there. All right, it kind of feels like a little bit more magnetizing. So we've had the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. And we're now seeing the first quarter moon in Capricorn. Those are houses of work. It's like your day-to-day routines, your health, all right? Where you are remaining in equilibrium with your mind, your body, your spirit. How you're being of service to other people. Pets could be involved, all right? It could be your mental health. It could be your sleeping patterns. It could be you dieting. I don't know. But it's coming through as like the commitment being in Capricorn's energy. Remain structured, disciplined, authoritative in your own vibe. All right, but it has a lot to do with how your finances are being affected by that. Yeah, sextile. So the first quarter moon that takes place in Capricorn will sextile over to Scorpio's energy and where Mars is taking place right now. Okay, so the money will work harmony and ease, and it'll be like more compatible in those signs. It's water and earth, is what I. Water and earth. Yeah, see what I'm saying? The first quarter moon that takes place in Capricorn will sextile over to where Mars is currently in the sign of Scorpio, right? And it has a lot to do with finances, resources. Scorpio opposing Taurus's energy. These are houses of finances, whether they're coming from you or from your spouse or from an inheritance or from some sort of will or something like that, all right? So if you've been dealing with difficulties with resources, I feel like Mars and Scorpio with the moon coming up in Capricorn by, give me 1 second, I'll give you guys a date. This is going to be by the 29th and 30th of this month. So the end of the month, you'll be fine. So here we are on the 23rd. By next week, we will be in the moon in Capricorn. So we got 1 week away from this energy overall. Or this could be the week that you make changes as we see Mars and Scorpio conjunct the moon in Scorpio as well. Okay. There's a very deep, intense transformation in regards to something that's been happening with your South Node energy. All right. So if we're speaking about, I'm seeing heavy on earth placements here. I'm seeing second house being called out, which is Taurus. The first quarter moon taking place in Capricorn, which happens to be right after the new moon that took place in Virgo, which is the sixth house. South Node was also there. There's karmic challenges, past life issues, natural gifts that you've been tapping into here that have been overall getting ready for this transformation when Mars stepped into Scorpio on the same day that the sun entered Libra. So Libra is meant to bring in balance. And what is that going to bring in? Some sort of sextile energy overall in between these compatible signs, right? We're looking at Capricorn and Scorpio being at a sextile with water and earth, and how to bring stability and utilizing the emotional state to attain what it is that you see, I would imagine, that is of value within your finances. All right. I see here the cusp. All right. So the cusp of Virgo season, Libra season could have been of significance to the transition that was supposed to take place. The cusp of the summer solstice, ending that energy and stepping into the fall equinox could have been of significance here. So there's a major transition that was taking place in what was being illuminated here. All right. from work into bringing harmony and balance, possibly into new partnerships, relationships, contracts, that type of thing. We're like in a Venus vibe right now. Venus rules over the 7th and the 2nd houses. So that's what we're attracting. And Venus is currently right now in the sign of Virgo, and where we're putting in a lot of hard work to bring those things into manifestation. Okay. Aries. All right. So you need to be fearless right now. Try to be as innovative as possible. There's a lot of core wounds we're dealing with Chiron being in Aries, Neptune. All right. Bring your imagination to your reality and create what it is that you want to see in your near future of how to attain these resources. And I'm seeing 9th house. This has a lot to do with like your spiritual journeys, the knowledge that you're gaining here, what the philosophy is that you live by overall. There could be something about foreign people, all right, or traveling to foreign places. All right, so open yourself up. I heard for change. Be a little bit more adventurous, free-spirited. All right, expand and grow. And then I'm seeing, yeah. So by the time we hit the Sagittarian energy, by the last cusp, all right, of the fall equinox, you should be fearless in moving forward. Literally. All right, so Spirit is telling me here on the cusp of the equinox season, all right, we're coming out of summer solstice, step into the equinox, and then we'll be at the end of the fall equinox heading into Capricorn season. There's going to be a major shift that takes place here, all right, in regards to you being fearless, and it all has to do with self. Neptune will retrograde out of Aries and back into Pisces on October, October the 22nd, and that's the same day that we step into the sun in Scorpio's energy. All right, so we'll start seeing by then where we're expanding and growing, and the tension that's felt in connection to our core wounds as well, because on the 23rd of October, I'm seeing Jupiter square over to Chiron. Those are cardinal energies. So things that were meant to be initiated, and where Jupiter says it's time for you to expand and grow and step into bringing some sense of prosperity and abundance regarding, I would imagine, opportunities for resources. It could be that you're working from home. Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, where it has a lot to do with core wound healing. All right, Chiron is there saying, is this working out for you or not? Has a lot to do with spirituality here. All right, the shifts that are taking place overall. And yeah, fixed signs, you guys are being called out, because again, it's happening in Scorpio season. So Pluto being in Aquarius will be direct. All right, we'll be in Scorpio season. By then, we will be experiencing first quarter moon energies in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so where your innovative side needs to come out, where you need to be a little bit more eccentric, opening yourself up to socialize with members and groups of people. All right, things like that. You need to continue to take action and remain dedicated right now. I'm seeing new moon energy. So now that we have the sun in Libra, the new moon in Libra will take place on October the 21st, the day before we hit sun in Scorpio. So there's going to be new intentions set up, all right, the creation or the potential for something that you have created. Obviously, it's out of what you do for work, because we just had that solar eclipse happen in the sign of Virgo. There was 2 new moons in Virgo, to be exact. So this is saying you've had 2 opportunities now. How are you bringing this into balance by the time we hit the new moon in Libra? All right. Let me get a little bit more on this closing collective. So if this happens to be with your health, or how you're going on a different pathway here, your destiny is calling for you. All right. There could be an exchange of information, some sort of disclosed information, or something that you need to inquire. All right. Someone you need to go have a chat with. And it's happening here during fall season. That's what I see. All right. Something's going to shift here. I don't know. Spirit just showed me Neptune with painting your future. All right. Or conveying what it is that you feel emotionally, and telling a story to see how, you know, you can change your or shape your near future. All right. Know your worth. Success lies in your hands. Your hands are ruled by Gemini's energy. So whatever you do with your hands, let that be significant. Put lots of effort in, and that's where you will be rewarded. Everything is like within reach, and that's where you'll see your turning point. All right, so there's hope, a miracle coming in overall. And I'm seeing here being flexible, through situations where you've actually come out with fantastic results after betrayals and jealousies and competitiveness. I would feel like stepping in the energy of cleaning up your vibe and purifying your emotional state and organizing your life shows how you determined to seek past a period of loneliness and having belief in victory. And I feel like that's where you've been guided and or receiving some sort of help, overcoming a gap period in your life where you didn't know where you were going. It's kind of like you grew like this flower through the crack of, you know, I just wanted to say through the crack of your ass, but I'm just kidding. It feels that way, right? It feels that way. Yeah, so you like show that you're persevering here. Through cunning situations, you come out to be the seagull. All right, there's a sense of survival or a sense of freedom that you get on the other side of what you've experienced. Going through these specific transits here, you're coming out on the other side purified. I'm going to do a small spread and we're out of here. Spirit is showing me here the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess. So heavy on Piscean energy overall. All right, you're getting some sort of wish fulfillment. Your intuition is guiding you. All right, Queen of Pentacles. Don't worry about resources. You will be abundant. Just remain stable, secure. All right, grounded could be of significance, and focusing on your goals. Here, Two of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Any type of control that's been over your energy right now, there's a transition. You're going to be moving into calmer shores, or it's been difficult to do so. You do have information coming your way in regards to that. The King of Pentacles, possibly in the past you were attached to a masculine energy that was very much abundant. Now you're seeking balance within yourself with Justice here. And I see unexpected changes coming up in the near future with the Tower. All right, this could be situations involving new relationships that you were unexpected coming, you know, into. This could have been karmic romantic relationships that you're going to be separating from, or you getting the desire with the person that you love. Okay, because that's what we're seeking here in Libra season. Overcoming difficulties when it comes to resources, taking financial advice. All right, and moving in the energy of love, even if you've gone through situations that you have separated from a lover or separated from a workplace, or have sacrificed and devoted so much of yourself for others that you stood in lack. Okay, yeah, I feel like you've mastered a skill. You've mastered something about yourself, and it shows all the hard work that you've put in. All right, Sun and Virgo energy, again, it has a lot to do with your health, with you putting in hard work and remaining organized. And I see that that's where you're going to be shining here. All right, so maybe you're moving into like a new workplace or something like that. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. You can go check out the Mercury and Libra all signs. We also did the Venus and Virgo all signs readings. I want to do a reading specifically on love, but I won't do that probably for the next 2 or 3 days. I'm going to give it some time. We're going to do a Sun and Libra placement today, reading, and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the energy check-in. Members, I owe you guys one, so I might be giving you a message or a shout out today, later on this evening. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.